ground equipment and bases. forces have captured a zone. Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.